Celebrity Big Brother is back for its second season, and we're breaking down all the big moments from part one of the season premiere. Lifestyle expert and TV host Josh McBride joins me now on Cheddar to discuss. Josh, always a pleasure having you on the show.
I miss sitting next to you. I have to say that. I feel like we're separated a bit.
We have to rectify this very soon.
Yeah, I'll talk to somebody.
So first off, what did you think overall of last night's season premiere?
Okay, this is the first time I've ever thought a reality show should actually go longer. So remember The Bachelor? We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
3 hours?
Like 3 hours. This
Yes.
was 1 hour. Should have been 2 at least. But the biggest thing for me was Julie Chen comes back right in the first 5 minutes of the program and introduces herself, Julie Chen Moonves. Really interesting as she ended last season saying Moonves, with this whole Moonves thing still being in the news. Little interesting that she would still say her name, kind of, I think, underlying saying that she's still sticking by her husband.
I completely respect that. Actually, that was my next question, so moving on from that. There is a pretty wide range of celebrities, though, right, in the Big Brother cast this season. From Ryan Lochte, of course, a professional athlete, to Tamar Braxton, who's a singer-actress. Josh, who do you see coming in with the most momentum last night?
Yeah, last night was really interesting. Their challenge was them having to use swings in order to pass this sort of fountain water to each other and then put it into a larger jar. Now, it looked like it had taken a very long time for them to even start going. The swings, actually, I'm going to do it right here. Obviously, we all know how to pump on a swing. The hard part was the harder they pumped, the less the swing would move. So Ryan Lochte kind of came out of the woodwork and said, okay, I'm going to try doing it gently. And then he started really moving. The rest of the cast caught on. So I am going to give it to Ryan Lochte for, he said he picked his partner in the competition as Jonathan Bennett. We know Jonathan, of course, from Mean Girls as Aaron Samuels. He said he picked him for his brains, and this was great because, of course, Ryan Lochte has sort of the body, the athleticism.
Right.
I will put my money on Ryan Lochte for right now, as it took brains to figure out how this challenge even worked. Plus, he has the athleticism to really kind of move forward.
And we've been talking about Lochte. Let's talk about the big twist of the night, including Ryan Lochte and Jonathan Bennett. Both won the HOH competition, but now they have to compete against each other to find out which one will be the official HOH, right?
Yeah, again, this is going to be challenging. First off, nobody knew this, so it's kind of cool that, like, they won the competition. However, now you're split up, and they basically have to compete against each other. And Big Brother does this thing where they love to have 17 episodes per week, so we'll find out more tonight, later this week, Friday night. So we'll find out a lot more. They are going to be competing against each other, and like they said, and I just had mentioned it, Jonathan Bennett is, quote, having the brains, Ryan Lochte has the athleticism, so not sure, with this competition that's going to really knock whoever out, if it's going to be more focused on sports or trivia, not sure.
Let's talk about the mooch, Josh. Anthony Scaramucci made his reality TV debut last night. Things got a little awkward, though, right? When Tom Green joked that him and Scaramucci were both fired by President Trump. Of course, for our viewers, Green was fired from Celebrity Apprentice back in the day. That was a long time ago.
A very long time ago. I completely forgot about that. He was even on that. But Tom Green is back and sort of better than ever, but also the same as ever. So with them making jokes, I don't know if you remember, Hannah, but remember when the Tom Green show was on, which they actually showed a bit of last night? His humor is a sense of, like, let me repeat the same thing 15 times and it'll be funny. And for some reason it works, and it is. So him and Scaramucci kind of, I think, hit it off. And we say it was awkward, but it wasn't really that awkward. It was kind of like the pink elephant in the room that everyone already knew. Scaramucci even said in his package last night that he calls the president. He calls the president, not... He started saying, we talk once to twice every month, but he actually said that then he's the one that initiates that conversation with the president. So him calling the president's office once a month for them to chat, which I thought was still very odd, but they're still on very good terms. Scaramucci is still a supporter of the president.
Yeah. I recorded the show on DVR. I'm going to watch it today. And he drew Barrymore references from Tom Green. I remember when they were married, and that's probably the last thing I've heard from Tom Green.
Okay, the funny part is, in his package last night, he actually was like, oh, then he made it big, and he starts listing the movies like Road Trip, and then he says Charlie's Angels, and I was like, Charlie's Angels? And then do you remember, Hannah, the first Charlie's Angels, he was Drew Barrymore's boyfriend, for a lack of a better term. He didn't reference her any other part of the show, but it was really interesting to see that, like, he referenced that as a movie. I mean, that's not one of his claim to fame, I don't think, but really funny, and he made some really, really good comments last night that still remind you of that 90s humor that he always had.
Looking forward to watching that. And we could all sense a little bit of drama last night, or at least they keep reading about it on social media, Tamar and Kandi don't seem to be getting along, and Lolo expresses she and Lochte could be considered a power couple since they know each other from the Olympics. Now, is there any indication for how these celebs will do throughout the competition, just based on last night?
Not sure totally. Tamar Braxton and Kandi Burruss knew each other, they mentioned, from outside, doing something that they didn't even talk about, maybe separate to TV last night. And there was kind of this underlying conflict that no one really spoke about. They didn't actually say what it was, but they said there's this sort of underlying conflict. Tamar Braxton got up and she said, you know what, I'm going to pick Kandi Burruss as my partner, trying to break the ice, trying to come through with sort of a lending hand, a helping hand, maybe to break the ice between them.
Sure.
When they did partner together, Tamar got a little frustrated, and Kandi wasn't really even trying. So I'm not sure what we're going to do about this. I think the Olympians will go far in this type of a competition. I always sort of relate it to, I think that they do a lot of athletic stuff in this type of show, similar to how a Dancing with the Stars would be, and we always see those Olympians, those sports stars going pretty far on Dancing with the Stars. Let's wait and see, but my money is on Lochte. Jonathan Bennett did a great job too, but we will find out one of them could be off the show by the end of this week.
Josh McBride, thank you so much for being here on Cheddar Big News. Please come back. Part 2 of the Celebrity Big Brother Season 2 will premiere tonight on CBS. Josh, thank you again.
Of course, thank you.